Why is it boiling? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you saw my last acrylic pouring video, you know what happened. Cracks on every painting where I use silicone. But I wouldn't be mako if I would just give up. And that's why I decided to try it again. A lot of you guys left a few recommendations and what I can do to avoid the cracks and any disaster. That's why I got a few new supplies. This time I got a new acrylic pouring medium by the brand called Liquitex. Last time it was Schminke, but I also got something that I've seen a lot in acrylic pouring videos, and that's GAG 800. It's supposed to reduce creasing with maximum effectiveness, so we will see how it will turn out. But some of you guys also mentioned to get a paint conditioner, something similar to acrylic pouring medium, but it's so much more versatile. It will improve flow ability. Unlike damaging thinners, will maintain the inherent quality of the paint without affecting its appearance or drying times. So we will see how this will turn out as well. And also I got new silicone oil to make the cells, but it's like 1 liter, so I'm not quite sure what I'm supposed to do afterwards, but we will see. Next to my favorite acrylic pouring techniques such as the dirty pour and also the swipe method, I also felt like a little bit more adventurous and thought about why not add a little bit of resin. I've seen so many beautiful paintings made with resin and acrylic paint, so I can't wait to test it out and see what I can make. And this time I will be also using some new canvases that are a bit more sturdy than my last ones. So I'm hoping that this will also help the painting to kind of survive and don't get any cracks. Alright, so the first things I will do again is mixing some paint. For the first painting, I'm going to use the Liquitex pouring medium and nothing else. It doesn't say any particular ratio on the bottle, so I'm just going to use as much as I need to make the paint as liquid as I need it to be. I will try to keep it under control, so I'm just want to know how much or how little I'm going to use. So first I'm going to mix a black color, like a very dark blue maybe even. Now this is, for example, too thick, so I'm going to add more of the Liquitex pouring medium. I think that's good. I think that's liquid enough. So for the first painting, I mixed gold, blue, a turquoise, a purple, and a very dark blue color. But for now, I will just let it relax so the bubbles can rise and pop, so we can avoid that on the painting. For the second painting, I'm going to use the GAG 800. In order to create the mixture, I'll be using the same amount of GAG 800 and the same amount of Liquitex pouring medium. And I will add as much paint as I need to create a very flowy consistency. So for the first painting, I mixed a white, a gold, pink, purple, and very dark purple. And for the third painting, I'm going to use the paint conditioner and see how it will affect the painting result. So here you're supposed to mix 1 part paint and 3 parts of the paint conditioner. But since my paint is very thick, I had to add a little bit more of the paint conditioner. This paint just doesn't want to become a lot more flowy. So for the third painting, I mixed together a white, a soft pale pink, a nice green, and this yellow ochre. And before I move on to pouring everything onto the canvas, I want to pour half of the mixed paint for every combination that I have here into a separate cup. And then I can add a little bit of silicone and see what effects we can create with what mixture. Now I have a big cup of one color and a tiny cup where I can add a little bit of silicone inside. Alright, so the first painting is going to be only made with Liquitex pouring medium. For the first painting, I will just pour everything into 1 cup, 1 by 1, and then flip it onto the canvas. Alright, let's put the gloves on and then the party can start. I really hope this will turn out great. But if not, we will just keep pouring and pouring until we create a masterpiece that we are all happy with. So the first pour is made with only the Liquitex pouring medium. Put it right here. Okay, wish me luck, guys. Looks so pretty. It looks like, look, the northern lights. Well, so far. Just hope I won't ruin it now. We have a case of not enough paint. I believe in you, paint. Wow, it looks so pretty. So, oh my god, this is I think we have a masterpiece. Just now we need to pray that it won't get any holes, any cracks, nothing. There are some areas where I need to like undergo a surgery because there's something in the way. Here, what is this even? I think it's just paint. Now to pop some of the bubbles, I will be using my torch from the last time. Kind of forgot how we're supposed to use that. Oh, okay, got it. Just want to carefully pop some of these if it's possible. I think we will have a case of me not wanting to stop pouring over canvases this time. So I will transfer this to an area where it can dry peacefully and hopefully don't crack. And then we can pour the second combination with the Liquitex pouring medium and the GAG 800 and see how the end result will differ from this edition. All right, time for the second painting. Super nervous. Ooh, these colors so pretty. Oh my god. Oh, it's so pretty. So there are some areas that I haven't mixed properly, which really sucks. But so the dirty pour flip cup is like my ultimate favorite now, I think. There are some areas that are a little bit clumpy, I guess, but I think that's fine. We'll add a little bit of texture and 3D effect. Problem solved. Let's torch it up a little bit. All right, last but not least, we have the paint conditioner mixture, and I did the same thing. Wish me luck, I'm very curious. Ooh. This looks interesting. The interesting part is that like some colors overlap. Did I accidentally create like a glazing effect? Looks so dreamy. All right, let's torch it up a little bit to pop up the bubbles, and then we can move on to adding silicone. So this looks very dreamy. It's so different to anything that I created last time and this time. So for the second batch of paintings, I will be adding a little bit of silicone oil into the colors and do the same thing. To avoid me adding again 5 liters of silicone oil into a mixture, I got a droplet, and then we will see what it will make to the painting. So these are the master colors, 1, 2, 2, I mean 1. 1, 2, 1. Then I will mix this together just a little bit. Now I will be adding black first, purple, white. Oh no! Don't panic, everything's under control. Okay. And this is what I'm going to do with every color that I have left. So the first painting is made with a Liquitex pouring medium and a little bit of silicone. Oh, so pretty. Now we can already see the cells growing. Wow. I got a lot of comments, people saying these cells are triggering them. I'm very sorry. Now we need the torch. Now the torch doesn't do as much as last time, so I will just leave it like that and just let the paint do its magic and create as many cells as it wants. Next on the list is the combination of Liquitex and the GAG and a little bit of silicone. So pretty. And lastly, we have the paint conditioner and a little bit of silicone. I really like how this one turned out. I like the colors. I like that there are not too many cells, but there are cells. So before we move on to the resin technique, I wanted to see if I can recreate the ocean scene with the swipe method and see if I will have, again, cracks in the end or if I won't. Here again, I will be mixing different blue shades from turquoise to a little dark blue color, and hope for the best. So I will be mixing the Liquitex medium with the golden GAC 800 just to be double sure that there won't be any cracks, hopefully. Alright, so before I forget, I will add a little bit of silicone inside the white paint. Alright, so I will start with the lightest color first and add it right here. And for the upper part, I'm going to use the green color. And then I will add the white right here. Also, some of you guys mentioned that for the swipe method, I should use a wet tissue paper. The same tissue papers, just I will dip it into water first. All right, so. Now the difference here, notice, is that like whenever the cells are created here, you can see the canvas below. So I'm not sure why. Let's torch it up. Fingers crossed it won't have cracks in the end. And while this painting is drying and developing itself, we can move on to the resin technique and create an ocean scenery, beach scenery, and see how it will look with resin. So here the resin will be the main liquid and we will only add a little bit of paint inside. Now the problem here is that I got it like a while ago when I wanted to create like a resin covered desk. That's why this is what I have to deal with right now. It's a resin that is activated with a hardener. We are just hoping that this will work, so wish me luck. So the ratio is 1:1. I will try to add as accurately as possible. Oh crap. As long as the resin is not mixed with the hardener, nothing is lost yet. Alright, so now we have the resin, but we need to add the hardener on top. Alright, so the next step is to mix this together super evenly. Now we need to add just a little bit of paint inside. We have two brown colors, we have one white and lots of blue shades with a little bit of green in the middle. So now it's time to pour it onto my canvas. This time I will be using like a wood board, like a thick wood board that is sturdy, and I will pour it on top of that. Now this is like this board that is already covered and primed with gesso, so we can just pour on top. On the top I will have the darkest blue. And then we will add a little bit of white. It looks so much easier on Instagram pictures and videos. It's turning so hot. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's getting super hot. Wow. It's boiling. Oh my gosh. What is going on? Oh God. Why is it boiling? Okay, it stopped. I mean, they said you're supposed to have like 40 minutes and it's like boiling and now it's hard. Maybe I mixed too much resin at once, so everything just started boiling and being hard. I'm not sure because that's so weird. Never happened to me before. I think we'll just wait for the other paintings to dry and then see how they turn out. Okay guys, so it's the next day and the paintings are all fully dry. Compared to the first attempt, it took 2 days, so it's a huge improvement. First, I only used a pouring medium and then I added a little bit of silicone inside. And I can tell you, I'm officially obsessed with acrylic pouring. And this is the final result. and I'm obsessed. It's so beautiful, it's so smooth, like everything is super glossy and as if it's already varnished, and there's so many details with the gold, like it's very shiny, and I don't know, I'm obsessed. I want to live in this painting. It's so beautiful in my opinion. And in the second batch, I added a little bit of silicone inside, and this is the result. It's so beautiful, like it's such a huge difference from like super smooth to this cell. In my opinion, you can always, like in these types of acrylic pouring paintings, you can always find something new. Everything tells a story, like if you look more closely. Now for the second painting, I used the Liquitex pouring medium with a little bit of GAG 800. And here is the fun result. This is the first painting. Again, I'm so obsessed, like it's so beautiful. Compared to the first painting, it's a little less glossy, like it's not as shiny as like here. This is like super, super shiny. This is a little bit more matte, but it's still beautiful. And both have 0 cracks. That's a plus because last time it was a disaster. There are no holes whatsoever. There are a few like irregular areas where I haven't mixed the paint properly, so that's my fault. But everything else is just, I'm obsessed. And in the second batch, I added a little bit of silicone again, and look at this result. Ta-da! I love when you can't plan a painting. You can just let go and just focus on the colors, and then the paints and the pouring medium and everything else makes it happen for you. You don't have to worry about it at all. I like both versions, but I think for my personal liking, I prefer the paintings without the silicone. And the third paintings are made with the paint conditioner, and here the problem was that it's different. So this is the end result for the first painting made with the paint conditioner. It's beautiful, I think, but like while it was drying, there were a little like weird patterns, like circles, like bubbles, and there are some uneven patches. I'm not sure why, because when I applied everything, it was super smooth. Everything, like there was not any, like nothing could tell me that this would happen. And it's also a lot less shiny, like compared to the first painting. Again, it's super, super shiny. And this is like a lot less shiny. You feel the canvas more. Pattern is weird, but it has no cracks at all. And this is made with silicone. The problem here was that there are a lot of areas where the silicone didn't mix properly with the paint or something, because there are a lot of like areas that are like you can go over and it's like oily, like from the silicone, like it's like leaking here. I mean, it's still pretty, but I think it's not something I would prefer again. I'm obsessed, guys. But we also have the swipe method, and that's the final result. I'm obsessed, guys. I love acrylic pouring. I think I need more canvases. Maybe, I think I should like pour it on a huge canvas. That would be amazing. Like, how amazing would it be, like for the whole wall? I just don't know how they will transfer it to my apartment, but that's a problem for later. Again, there are no cracks whatsoever. Everything is smooth, nothing cracked. That's like, this was the main goal, and everything is fine. It looks super natural when you look closely. Super obsessed. And because I didn't want to waste any paint in the box, I first dipped the canvas inside the box and moved it around, and this is the final result. And some of the paint I poured into a cup and did the flip cup method, and this is second painting I made. Everything is mixed here. We have all the different pouring mediums, everything GAG. We have the paint conditioner, everything, silicone, and you can see like the difference. Like some paint is super, super shiny, like the black. Here it's super, super shiny. And I poured it on top of like an old canvas from last time. I just fixed it, and I haven't wasted any paint. I haven't wasted the last canvas, so it's a win-win. But if you remember, guys, I had that disaster with resin that just started boiling. But I was just too shocked and I panicked too much that I was like, okay, I'm not doing it right now. I need to do more research. But from what I created before everything just went crazy, I actually really like it. It doesn't really look like an ocean scenery. I think it looks more like a sky. Like this is the sky, like a dark sky. Maybe this is the moon. And we also have here the clouds. Here, I'm not sure what that is. From this point, I'm obsessed, guys. Like it's a fail. Like it's a failed experiment, because I mean, It didn't work as on the tutorial I was looking at. I think I would really love to try it again and see if I can make something like super beautiful. Like I've seen so many beautiful resin paintings and it looks really easy actually to make, so I need to investigate, guys. But let me know in the comments below if you would like me to try it again, do a proper research first, and then we can test it out again. Until then, you can watch some of the videos right here. I really hope you enjoyed this video and maybe it inspired you to try it out as well, because after a few attempts you can actually make it happen. Thank you guys so much for watching, have a wonderful day, and I will see you soon. Bye!